Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Nerd Fusion podcast. Today is Sunday, October 18th, and this is episode 26. And we have most of the crew with us today.
I'm back.
Hello, Waffle.
Welcome back, yo.
I'm finally back.
Finally.
I was gone for a while.
How's your hearing?
It's back, sort of normal.
Sort of.
I still get weird ear pops.
It was so funny. Today we were setting up for our co-op horror cast. We played Michigan...
Report from Hell?
Michigan Report from Hell.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a blast.
Or like Game from Hell.
And Waffle was setting up the audio, and he was like, everything sounds so quiet. And we're like, Waffle, you have hearing loss.
Yeah,
I
ears
actually
don't work, Brett.
I actually lost hearing in my right ear for like a week. And it's so weird. Like, if you have hearing, like normal hearing, not having it is very strange.
Did you actually rupture your eardrum?
No, thank God.
I did as a kid. I know you did
Yeah,
as well.
I've been through all that. I've had near total hearing loss out of one or both ears for months at a time before. I've had chronic ear problems, and I did rupture it at least once, maybe twice.
Not fun.
So I feel your pain, bro.
Yeah. You're
I've been there.
recovering.
Mm-hmm.
When we flew back from BlizzCon, I had really bad pain in my ear, and I lost hearing for like an hour. So I know a little bit of what you felt like.
Yeah, I just, it was
Pain.
It's bad. So it's weird. It happened when I was driving. Like, I was driving back from Colorado. I was going...
Unpop.
No, yeah, when it didn't pop. So I was going from Colorado to Kansas, so it was like 5,000 feet in elevation difference, and my ear didn't pop. But one of them did. So it was like my head was slowly inflating like a balloon. Oh my God, it was crazy. It was so bad. They had to give me Vicodin for it. And I went to the urgent care.
Vicodin's some good stuff.
It
just
is
saying.
some good. It is some good.
It works out pretty well.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
So that was fun.
So still no pause, but there's rumor he might be visiting very soon.
Oh.
It's still a rumor at this point, though.
Just rumor.
In fact, we don't even know. So
We're hoping.
We're
hoping he can come soon, because we're still in the midst of horror month, and we'd love to get him down here for some of that. But
Vicodin is how I learned, actually, that the American hospital system is just fucked beyond belief.
Yes.
Like, so I had surgery on the side of my face area.
I thought it was penis reduction surgery.
And, oh yeah, that, of course.
well, that's a different surgery.
And that surgery happened on a Thursday, and my prescription, like, basically I was given a prescription for Vicodin, and I went to the pharmacy, and they were like, hey, sorry, but we can only fill one prescription at a time, because for some reason my doctor gave me two separate prescriptions.
Okay.
So one was just a 24-hour prescription, and then the next one was a 7-day prescription. And so, because the 24-hour one I was supposed to, it's a complicated type of surgery where there's multiple phases of it on the same day. So I did the first phase, then I was supposed to go get the 24 hours of Vicodin, and then take it, and then do the final phases. It's like 6-hour surgery. It was a pain in the ass. But...
Wait, where were they operating?
Right here. Pain in the ass. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, I popped somewhere.
Yep.
Okay.
I think they're used to us popping by now, but we don't want that to become the norm.
We're trying to work on it.
Yes. So I then go back the next day to the same pharmacy, and they're closed. Like, the lady told me, come back in 24 hours and you can get this done, and they're closed. And everywhere I went, I guess actually it was on a Friday, because I tried to get it filled on a Sunday, and everywhere was closed. And so I was like, oh great. And so what do I do here? Because I have literally one pill left that's going to last 4 hours, and then I'm going to die from just pain. So I went to urgent care, because that's what made sense to me, right? It's like, okay, we'll go to urgent care. There's no need to do something stupid like go to the ER, right? This is not an emergency. This is something any doctor can just look at and be like, okay, right, here we go.
Let's see where this is going.
I went to the urgent care. I got in the little thing, the doctor came in and said, actually, sorry, we can't write this prescription because the urgent care department doesn't make any money off this visit. I was like, you're a medical doctor refusing me drugs because you're not making... All you have to sign the fucking piece of paper. That's all you have to do. Right? He's like, I wish I could do it, but we're not making any money. And I'm like...
He straight up admitted that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just told me that straight up. And so then I walked over. I literally just walked over across the street to the ER, same hospital, same building, and those doctors were pissed, right? Because they're talking like, okay, we're here to treat serious problems.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker comes in wanting a prescription. And I told them all about the urgent care, and they were basically like all pissed off, and they were gonna like raise hell with management and all this stuff and I agree with them. They're there for emergencies, not for giving out pills. Anyway, that was one of my first, experiences with how fucked up our medical system is.
There's definitely.
I almost couldn't figure out my insurance to pay for these prescriptions, and it was like $200-$300 of Vicodin.
Oh God.
With my insurance, $3.
Yeah. You get that generic stuff. And
What?
Yeah, you just don't pay anything.
Holy crap.
It's great. Anyway, that's our drug stories, I guess, for the day.
I can't stand painkillers. I hate how it makes my head fuzzy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like, no, I can't stand it. As soon as that, like, I mean, when I go to the dentist, I don't get the gas or any of that.
Oh, I don't get the
Oh
gas
my God. Knock me out. Whenever possible, just take me out.
Well, I'm fine with being unconscious.
I got my butt penetrated.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is that why you've been gone so long?
Yeah, I actually went to urgent care and everything, so I got the Vicodin.
That awkward
the nurse penetrated my butt with a needle.
Squirt, squirt.
It was like the first time.
Oh,
I mean,
did it like really burn after she injected it?
no, but she stabbed my ass. Like she fucking full on.
yeah,
I had an
stabbed.
antibiotic in my ass before.
I got an
and
antibiotic?
It stung so much when it went in.
I got an antibiotic and I also got a painkiller in my ass because it was 2 different times. But
I mean, they got to get in deep. There's a lot of fat there.
Apparently
on
it's
your butt.
I don't know why they do it there, but I got my butt.
I think it has something to do with like absorption rates and
Maybe.
stuff
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
it like takes effect really quickly.
Yeah.
It's right in the center.
Either way, I thought you guys like to know I got my butt penetrated.
That's just like if. Oh, maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
Use code words.
Well, it's just. Oh, great. Well, it's just like if somehow you accidentally had a shot of alcohol not enter your mouth, but enter your booty hole, you get drunk really fast.
If you drink alcohol in reverse.
Yes.
Yeah, that actually can kill you. Like,
yeah, it can absolutely kill you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I don't know why
Because it
people.
goes directly into your bloodstream.
Yeah, fast in the liver.
People do that with drugs, like all kinds of drugs.
Yeah.
Terrible idea. Don't do this at home.
Well, yeah. So I can reinforce that thought. A kid that lived across the street from me died from that.
Oh, God,
I'm not even kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Lived right across the road.
We've talked about some very happy topics today so far.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
I can't
It's gray outside. The Seahawks lost. I don't know. It's just one of those days.
I don't know why people enjoy the whole feeling altered thing, man. Like anytime I've had a number of surgeries, and every time they send me home with painkillers, I'll take like one as I'm leaving the hospital, and then don't touch the rest.
You just gotta take the minimum and push through the rest.
I hate. I would rather feel the pain than feel what the drugs do to me. Can't stand it. And the concept of doing that recreationally for fun just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
And you said you were on Vicodin during your surgery?
Yes.
After?
During and after.
Man, you sent me some funky texts when you were on that stuff.
Nice.
I couldn't understand half of what you typed.
I actually did one broadcast.
Wow.
On Vicodin.
I remember that.
I was thinking about
show.
doing that when I was on it.
That was
seriously thinking about.
I'm glad you didn't do it.
Yeah, me too.
That was.
I was a little loopy.
Interesting or no, it wasn't even a podcast. It was just a cast, and it was interesting. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So anyway. How's your week been?
Good. We've been, Amazon like a lot.
Yeah, we've been Amazoning all week.
Oh yeah.
Thursday and Friday we played 4 games each day there, and those will be up on our website soon. And
can we talk about what games they are?
Yeah, we can talk about.
Yeah, I don't think any of it's secret, is it?
No.
We played Rock Band 4.
That was one of my favorite games we played.
Which was like, I was singing, and the vocals are going to be cringe words.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know
how they collected them. Like, if they picked...
Yeah, I don't know.
How they edited it.
I don't know if... We don't know if they're going to get legal clearance to even post that. Because copyrighted songs and stuff, so I don't even know if that's going to end up on there.
But the music industry's so easygoing with copyright, though.
Right.
What was the song we played? Cake?
Yeah, short skirt, long jacket.
That was my favorite song.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a good song.
Cake's a great band.
It was stupidly easy for the vocalist because it was doing this thing where, like, the meter when you're singing in Rock Band, there's a little scale, right, that shows you the notes that like, and there's a little pin that goes up and down that matches what the sound that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And you have to try to hit to match the notes that they have. But there's a mechanic for handling spoken word. And so it's just like basically you just need to be making sound there and it doesn't care what note it is. So for that song, it's all just spoken word. Like,
that's why it had 0 dots on it.
Yeah, that's why there weren't any dots.
5 dots.
Yeah.
Like I was maxed out hard.
So for me,
Sim
it
was
was
on
like
drums,
so
by the
easy.
way. I was on guitar, and we didn't have another guitar.
No.
So Dan just sat
Dan
there.
didn't do anything.
I did.
Dan enjoyed the music. He was our moral support.
You know, I was the audience.
He was
I will say they gave us it, and we have it now in the office.
Yeah, we have the Rock Band,
Studio.
like all the
Yeah.
stuff here.
So we
totally do
will
a
have
stream
to
of
play
that.
Rock Band on stream sometime. Can't we do that with the music clearance?
We probably can't do that yet, but we can work on it.
Can we do it live and then just not care? Like, if
And
the
just
VOD
not care?
If the VOD gets muted?
I don't really care about VOD's muted.
Technically, yeah.
The
you
VOD
can.
will definitely be muted.
That
yeah.
doesn't matter to me. It's the legal part of doing it live.
Yeah.
But don't a bunch of people like stream Rock Band?
Doesn't mean it's
yeah,
right.
that doesn't
Well,
mean you're-
a lot of people murder people, so you know.
Okay, touche.
You need to turn your sensitivity down, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, we've been going over there. Like they've got us recording all sorts of videos for all sorts of games, and I'm normally like I do most of my stuff at night, and this stuff is starting at like 7 in the morning, and I'm having to get up at 5. I'm like going to bed at 3, and then getting up at 5, and then going to
I've been doing too.
downtown.
We are all zombies.
Yeah.
I've been,
It's
I get back at like 4, wake up at like 6. It's been like that for the past 4 days.
I feel great.
This
all I'm
is what
saying.
Sebadus does 24/7.
You never sleep, so.
Like, it's right in the middle of my cast. Okay, here's the option. How about we sacrifice your all's casts and do it in the afternoon versus...
I'm fine with the morning, actually.
Yeah, now all of a sudden...
I do like the morning. It gets me up early, but
I mean, I don't mean to complain. I'm very like I think it's awesome that we're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just tired as all.
Well, we're doing it again tomorrow.
Going again tomorrow.
So
Assassin's Creed this time and the Destiny expansion.
shouldn't be too hard to do that though. I don't think because of those two.
I mean, no, because I have to prep them for 3 or 4 hours.
Some games are a
tonight.
bit different. We played FIFA, you and me.
That was fun.
That was I played Chelsea, you played Arsenal. We went 0-0. That's
good
going to be a great video for them to show, like mechanics
Yeah,
of the game.
it went pretty well.
So we've mentioned these videos on the show before, but just in case any of you don't remember what we're talking about, we're recording gameplay videos for Amazon that they put on the game page on Amazon.com where it's being sold. So if you want to see an example of that, you can go to Until Dawn. So if you just go to Amazon.com, search for Until Dawn, there's a video on that page of us playing it.
And Dishonored and Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Yep.
All 3 of those.
And a bunch more coming up.
And more coming probably very soon.
Yeah, I mean, they should be up like starting now.
Yeah.
They're going to slowly go up. All those games are going to slowly go up over
Yeah.
the next few while. And then we'll be back there occasionally throughout the rest of the year, you know. As new games come out, we'll go over there and do some recording for them and all that kind of stuff. Our friends
Yeah.
over there at Amazon.
You might be doing something with a new game very soon. Possibly.
It's been fun to work with them. They're real nice guys over there. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can start recording some of this stuff here, personally.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go all the way down there.
It's
we
kind of
could
a
just-
drive for sure, but
And we could just start our cast right after. Well,
Perfect.
yeah. Geez, there's just not like this week has just been so much work.
Yeah, it's been a
That
blur.
we haven't really done much outside of what you've seen on casts.
Well, and it's obnoxious because some of it we can't talk about. Like Sevidus in particular has this big project he's been working on. Can't talk about it yet. There's pieces of it on the table.
Oh, that project. I was like, I don't know what the hell he's
There's
talking about.
pieces of it on the table, right?
Fun stuff I did when I was in Kansas. I went to we actually had a fan meetup for it's for me, but a lot of Nerd Fusion fans came out, which was pretty cool. There's like 3 or 4 of them there, and it was like I tweeted like not even a few hours before I went, so it was impressive that anyone was there. But we went to a hookah bar called Sinbad's Hookah.
Did you give everybody sick?
No, I didn't. Hopefully, we'll see.
You don't even know.
We have no idea. This place makes the greatest milkshakes of all time. It was like a chai milkshake.
Hookah and milkshakes?
It's delicious. It's amazing. So I got to meet a bunch of fans there, which was pretty cool. It was like last minute, so I was like not expecting that.
That's awesome.
And then there's also, I went to the Renaissance Fair.
Was that your first time?
Yeah, I've never been to a Renaissance Fair.
Was that in Kansas?
That was in Kansas.
I've been to that one.
It's amazing.
Yep.
And I went up to a booth and everything to go look at the, it was like an artifacts booth that had like necklaces and stuff because they had cool ones. I went there and the guy goes, "I love your stream." And I'm like, I'm in a Renaissance festival in the middle of Kansas.
Yeah,
there is no way
it's
you know
shocker
me.
that there would be some nerds at that place.
I was like blown away that and that happened 4 or 5 times, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But
did you feel like you should buy a costume?
I really want, because I went with
garb.
I went with Nikki and her friend, and they were Nikki's first dress was an owl.
Okay,
I didn't realize you did that to a Renfest.
An owl?
Like an owl.
That's weird. No,
Okay.
that's not normal. That's weird.
And then Nikki went as a knight. So I wanted to dress up in like chain, because there are people like decked out in chainmail carrying swords, and I was like, I want it so badly. So
fun story about Renaissance fairs. My sister used to be a professional seamstress, and she would always be part of the staff of that Ren Fair, same one in Kansas. She would always be part of the staff, and she made her own outfits and went just over the top, making it awesome, right? And so this one year, her role was handmaiden to the queen, and the dress that she made for herself was fancier than the queen's dress, and so they didn't let her wear it.
Are you serious? They didn't let her wear it?
Yeah, because she showed up the queen.
That's some bullshit, though. Like, she probably put so much effort into that.
She did. She was really good at it.
I wonder if there's one around here.
Can we go to one?
There's got to be some.
That would be so much
on
fun.
the West Coast, I would think.
Oh yeah. But no, that was really cool. I didn't even realize how people really got it. A lot of people got into it.
Did they do jousting?
They did. They had pretty much anything there you wanted to do. I got to do archery there. They had sword fighting that they wanted to teach you or whatever you wanted to learn. They basically had anything you wanted to do there. One of my favorite things is the torture chambers. Like you can go into a dungeon and look at all the torture devices they used over the centuries. That was pretty cool.
That's your favorite thing?
That was pretty cool.
God, that's awkward.
There's a lot of people that were doing fire shows there, which I love fire shows because they're juggling and eating fire and stuff. That was cool.
My favorite from those things was always getting a giant turkey leg.
Yeah. And the corn of the
good.
cob as well, right?
And corn of the cob, yeah.
And they had funnel cakes there, which I guess isn't authentic, but
that's not very medieval, but it's good. It's delicious.
Okay, if you're going to a Renfest thinking that it's going to be authentic in any way,
it's true.
Wow.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
No.
It's pretty cool. I got to
it's cool. It's fun.
They do a lot of
really
cool
it.
stuff today. I kind of want to go to another one, actually dress up next time. Mm-hmm. So
I went to the massive one that's in Maryland, a lot. I went every year, and that was a lot of fun actually. Walking around, they have the entire recreation of the Globe Theater or whatever.
Oh wow!
And a bunch of other things.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
But yeah, that's kind of. I think that's probably the only things I really did during my break that were Nerd Fusion related.
Nerf Fusion.
Mm-hmm.
They did Meetup and then the Renfest. Pretty cool.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
This coming week, we are back basically working. It's work.
Yeah.
And Horror Month.
More Horror Month. We finally got the Horror Month t-shirts in, and these things look amazing.
Oh yeah,
these t-shirts
this is my
are
t-shirt,
awesome.
I believe, right?
T-shirt, man.
So I'm holding a t-shirt right now. I'm just going to describe it.
It says, "I survived Horror Month," and it's got Neffy representations of all of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's got spiky hair and
created by Splat Pixel, who is a great artist.
Yeah,
it's really, really cool.
Really
where can people find these t-shirts?
Well, if someone wanted to order a t-shirt, they'd go to n3f.tv/isurvive.
Are we selling out on the podcast now too?
Yes.
Well, we might as well.
Is that a thing?
They're pretty cool t-shirts.
They are. They actually are pretty cool.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite t-shirts you've ever made.
They are. They are
I
pretty
wouldn't want to miss
badass
them.
t-shirts. I'll probably order an extra one for myself.
I'm probably gonna order a hoodie.
I forgot to order my own t-shirt last time I made
Wow, really?
a thing, and I don't actually have a Waffle bunching a pancake t-shirt anymore. So I might actually need to make a new campaign just to buy it for myself.
Oh God.
Let's like buy 5 and just do it that way.
Well, we were supposed to be in costume right now. Like literally right now, we are supposed to be in costumes for Halloween.
Severus got mad.
I just was not thrilled. Listen.
Yeah, explain.
So what?
happened, yeah.
Okay, so our sponsor of today's broadcast that we just did and next week's broadcast is Buy Costumes, and they sent us on Friday. They sent us overnight priority Saturday guaranteed shipping of like. He said they sent 4 costumes plus some extras. Okay. Very, very veiled as to what they are, so it'll be kind of fun to see.
I can't wait to see Dan and the Princess one.
Yeah.
And I go to check the shipping status yesterday, and it said misdelivered. Will deliver on Monday. And I'm like, oh, these bitches right now.
My God.
Like the sponsor paid like all this money to ship like all these boxes to us next day so that they'd be here for this broadcast, and then they just totally fucked it up. And let me just apologize first off to the lady I spoke to at customer service, because there is no way she did not have a headache after that.
Oh my God.
I was fucking livid. Like, it wasn't.
I'm happy I didn't work out.
I basically told her at the beginning of this whole thing, I'm not mad at you, because I know you as a person have literally nothing to do with this. But your company can suck my cock, and here we go.
Right.
And so, and yeah, basically she was like, okay, I understand, which apparently wasn't enough for me at the time, I don't know. But then she went off to get her manager to see if there was any way that I could, because I was like, I will drive anywhere to pick up this package for tomorrow because we really want these fucking costumes.
Yeah.
And she checked around. She's like, no, it's actually not possible to get your box from our facility. She said it's locked up. At which point I'm like, you're telling me
better get the key.
That your shipping facility does not have somebody there 24/7? I don't care if it's a fucking rent-a-cop. Somebody has a key where I can get in to get my damn boxes.
Yeah, saying it's not possible is a bit disingenuous.
That means it's pretty fucked up.
That just means nobody wants to be inconvenienced to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, here's my massive middle finger of inconvenience. Anyway, they're apparently calling me back tomorrow before 10 because I'm on a priority list of customer service.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well, what the fuck's that gonna do?
Right, you've already missed the deadline.
It's gone. You fucked it up. So we do get I think we might get them tomorrow. Fuck if I know. I might have ripped them a new one so much they're like, fuck these guys and just burn them. I don't know. Yeah. It's not fun to be on that side of a call for me.
No, I would never want to work a job like that.
I don't want to ever get you mad. If I get you mad,
I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was. She was not probably very. She probably could take a break after it.
Reminds me very much of when I moved to Seattle and didn't get my stuff that I shipped here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did the same thing, right? You apologized profusely to that person because you're about to take it out on them.
Exactly, because by the time, because I loaded all my stuff up into a shipping container and then drove out here because I had a car.
Yeah.
And they just didn't bother to ship the box. And so, like, I waited the 2 weeks that they told me it was going to take to get here. Hadn't heard anything from them, so I call them, and they're like, oh, you wanted us to ship that? Yeah, we had it in as a storage order.
No,
so it's just sitting on their dock. And so then that was the beginning of it, and it took like another 2-3 weeks to get my stuff and resolve it all. And by the time I was done, I had interacted with 13 separate employees of that company.
Holy crap!
In various departments,
That is a lot.
Including like regional executives and all sorts of stuff, and like all of their Twitter people, and it was insane.
When I shipped my car from North Carolina to Seattle and everything. I went through a company.
What's the price of something like that?
$1,500.
Damn.
So they put it's across the entire country, so it kind of makes sense.
Is it just like on one of these?
They put it in one of those big car trailers and they bring it over. So I basically went through a company that would hire other companies to do all the small parts of shipping.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there would be one company that would come in and pack the boxes and put them in storage. One company would come get them from storage, do the long distance traveling. Yeah. And then one company would come get the car, do it short term, and then the long distance. So I hired the company to, that would do all that for me, right? The problem is the company that was doing my car shipping was really difficult to track where the car was. And it was going to take 3 weeks to get over to Seattle. So for 3 weeks, I had no idea where my car was. Now, the worst part about this is they came and got my car when I was in Seattle. So I had my mother, who lives in North Carolina, who had a day off, go and supervise them getting my car. The guy who went to pick up my car had a home arrest anklet bracelet on.
Are you serious?
So my mom thought they were gonna steal my car. So the fact that they wouldn't tell me where my car was for 3 weeks was making me panic.
He was under house arrest, taking your car?
Yes, and I didn't know what to do at the time. My mom was taking pictures of him and stuff and sending me.
I don't know if you told me.
So
that.
No, you have never told me that.
So
Holy
I have
shit.
the pictures of that and everything, and my mom was like, "This person's under house arrest. Is he supposed to be taking your car?" And I'm like, "We're calling the company." And
work release hype.
Yeah.
So
what if it was just a Fitbit that he put on his ankle?
It was big. It was a big. I don't know. So that was probably the sketchiest thing. I thought I was going to lose my car actually during that trip and everything because it was
They have insurance for that though, right?
I made sure that was all insured and everything. In the end, it was perfect and everything. But damn, it was
stress central.
It was stress, man. I thought I was going to lose my car or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shipping is a really big stress.
Yes, it is.
But not shipping. I guess moving.
I was living out of a suitcase for a month.
Yeah.
I had a fantastic move here.
I just did that, by the way. My 3 weeks off.
That's because you threw away everything you owned.
Yeah, it was perfect. I had one of the most stress-free experience moving I've ever had. In fact, it was by far. I moved across country. I moved intercontinental. I crossed the Pacific Ocean and moved.
You threw away. I don't know how you did it. You threw away
awesome.
Mementos.
Not many.
You threw away lanyards from Paxes and stuff. I could never do that.
But I kept the badge, but I don't have the lanyard.
I always throw that stuff away. So no, it does. It's memories, but
I have the badges.
Just
what am I gonna do with them? Nothing.
I kind of agree. There's something you gotta weigh the terms or whatever.
And I did not throw away an N64. That's true. Who you kept saying that, or somebody did. Dan did.
Yeah.
I donated it to fucking children.
I donated everything I had to the children that were willing to dig to the landfill.
Oh my god.
So when I was gone for the 3 weeks, right, I was kind of in a rush packing because it was for TwitchCon, right? And I was I woke up late that day. I packed 2 pairs of pants, 4 t-shirts, and 5 pairs of underwear or whatever, right? I didn't realize how long I was going to be gone for.
Yeah.
I didn't plan to get sick or whatever, right? So I was gone for 3 weeks. I thought I was going to be gone for a week and a half.
Well, you were planning, what you had told me before TwitchCon was you were coming back about 4 days later.
Yes.
But then you got sick.
And then I got sick, and then I was really afraid to travel and everything, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do?
Well, your doctor wouldn't let you, right?
Yeah, my doctor told me if you because I had severe
You would have had to rent a car and just drive.
And that's a 24-hour drive from where I was. So I was didn't really want to do that. So I thought I just waited out. But I literally lived off 5 t-shirts and 2 pairs of pants for 3 weeks.
Laundry, dude.
I didn't do laundry.
Whoa!
No.
That's gross.
Nasty.
I actually went out and bought new t-shirts at Hot Topic. I got Fallout t-shirts and Zelda t-shirts and stuff.
God.
So I needed more video game t-shirts. So I actually went out and bought new jeans and new t-shirts when I needed them because I didn't really have time to do laundry at the hotel.
Oh my god, you just did, oh no!
So if
you went to Hot Topic or anywhere and you picked up t-shirts and then you wore them without washing them?
No. Yeah, actually.
Do you know the gross people that have tried those on before
you? You can't try t-shirts on a Hot Topic, can you?
Of course you can.
Well, I don't know.
Apparently you're not supposed to try t-shirts on at Safeway for these.
I worked at a store.
The freaking.
Well, yes, I wore it without washing it.
I worked at a clothing store. People would just rip their shirts off, undershirts and all, and just put shirts right on.
Yeah.
Well, it was better than wearing a t-shirt that I wore 4 times in a row or something. Okay, how okay, this is a serious question.
Now you're trying to validate this.
Serious question. How many times how long can you wear a single pair of jeans?
You can wear jeans multiple times as long as you didn't spill something on them.
So 2 weeks, is that too much?
No, that is way too much. You can wear them 3 times.
Personally, I never
give them a sniff test. If it passes the sniff test, they're fine.
Well, it passed the sniff test for 2 weeks. I'm just saying. Okay. So
wow.
Just depends.
Yeah, but when you have a sinus infection, you can't smell.
Oh yeah, you're blocked up. You can smell your stank. You're probably stanking up Kansas.
It's lucky that me and my girlfriend had the same problem at the same time, so she couldn't smell either.
I mean,
Yeah, gross.
It kind of feels gross to admit it, but I totally sniff test clothes.
Who doesn't? Everyone does. Even straight out of the clean
But
basket.
I never wear pants more than twice.
I generally wear my pants twice.
I wear mine for like a
shirts
week,
once.
typically, and wash them.
I wear underwear 7 days in a row. No.
That changes every day. We better change that every day.
I never wear socks, so there's no problem there.
Yeah, I stopped. Seattle converted me to the sandals thing.
I probably will at some point put shoes on in a few years.
It's getting colder. I don't know.
That never bothered me. Like, I would go, like, the last time I wore actual shoes was because my mom was bitching at me last year during Christmas that I was walking in the snow with just flip-flops on.
You walked in the snow with flip-flops?
It's Sevidus, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what do you expect?
Ow.
I mean, it's not that cold. It's not that bad. I have very durable feet.
Yeah, his feet are probably like super leathery.
You're like a hobbit, aren't you?
It's all like the martial arts I've done. Like, I'm just so used to being barefoot and walking on gravel and stuff. Like, just that was a normal thing. So yeah, it's kind of. Except I don't like when my feet are dirty. So like, I don't like to walk around barefoot.
Good. No, I like that
because I don't want my bottom of my feet because I'm like germs.
There are some people that walk around barefoot like outside, and it's like their feet are just nasty. And it's like like gross and everything.
See, for me, I was nervous about Seattle because of the rain, not because I cared about getting wet from the rain, but it's that I hate having wet feet. But I realized that it's not having wet feet, it's having wet socks.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And so I don't wear socks anymore. I wear the sandals, and I'm fine. So suddenly I was like, I don't care that it's raining. I don't care.
Even when I'm hiking, I don't wear hiking boots or anything like that. I wear Vibram 5 fingers.
Oh, I hate those.
Why do you hate them?
I think they're so gross.
What do you mean? They're basically just a piece of leather on the bottom of your foot.
Yeah, it's just
a piece
weird.
of rubber.
It's just weird. I don't know.
It's just weird.
Like your toes are separated and
I
stuff.
like that. I like
just,
the feeling of stuff between my toes.
I don't like that. I like my toes to be pushed together like they're supposed to be, and yet like I don't know. They like
they're supposed to be,
like
like God intended.
Yeah. God. Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. I've basically converted to a fully flip-flop lifestyle. The thing is that I still have shoes. Like I still buy shoes because I don't know why, but I've worn them like twice.
Last time I've wore shoes once since I started. Like I picked up the sandals thing like maybe a month after I got here, and I've only wore shoes once since then, and that was when I was going to like a fancy dinner thing and dressed up for it. But other than that, man. Not even looking back. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Oh, they didn't pay us for that. We shouldn't do that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Please sponsor us.
I'm bleep a bleep.
Oh my god, that's pretty good actually. Although I think we could probably get sued if we tried to trademark that. Yeah, please sponsor us. Yeah, there you go. Full sellout mode, right?
Perfect. That'll be my first jingle when I get
there
the
you go.
music studio.
Oh, speaking of jingles, we need an intro for this.
It's true. Yeah,
podcast.
we should have.
We're 27 episodes in, and we just start off, "Hello, world," or whatever you say. Right. Hello. What do you say? You don't even know what you say.
I say hello and welcome back to the Nerd Fusion podcast.
All right, there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should have like something, right? Mm-hmm. We have like a little jingle?
I agree. We should. I'll work on that eventually.
Maybe one of our viewers
someday eventually.
Well, they don't really.
I'm sure we have musically talented people out there that are willing to.
If you're musically talented, realize that what you send us is probably not going to be played. And that's the thing that I hate, right? It's like when you get fan art and you get like musical stuff and all this stuff, it's like they expect their work to be used and all this stuff, and you feel like a dick. Like, well, it's great, but no way I'm playing this.
I've been through that so many times when people like make me things for my overlays and stuff, and it's like I'm really picky about like exactly what I want for that. And you know, when someone makes something for me, if it's not what I want for it, I'm not going to use it. But I've had people do that. I've had people do that, like send me a layout or something, and then message me like every single day. Like they'll email me, and then they're sending me a PM, and then they're tweeting.
My mindset behind it is like, thank you for taking time to do this. if I'm going to show it off on stream, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. You might not like it, but that's your fault because you sent it to me. Like, that's especially when it comes to music. Like, Waffle made you a song. It's like, okay, let's see how good this is. The first time I ever got someone made me a song was like the greatest thing ever. Like, I was like blown away. I'm like, I'm going to shit talk. I'm going to fucking criticize this so much. And then I played it and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I don't know.
But then there's always the stuff that just sucks.
Blows massive donkey dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was looking for an editor.
I just don't want to be
2
like
years
that
ago.
de-inspirational person.
Dude.
Right, yeah.
I was looking for an editor for my YouTube channel like 2 years ago, and I like was basically like, if you have like a promo like reel or something, like to send me it, right? The amount of like montage clip promo reels I got was ridiculous. Oh my God. It's like just like lens flare and screen shake.
Oh,
it's like,
God,
I know.
nice.
I was like, I'm not really looking for what you can do.
Or it's just like recently, I'm like, if you guys, because I haven't paid attention to my emotes in 3 years now. It's like, if you guys have a cool emote, you know, you can send it to me, and if it's up to my standards, which never will be,
Yeah.
then, you know.
How hard was it for you to
Let
get
me
whale
know.
come?
I just submitted it.
You got it?
I secretly submitted it.
Okay. I remember back in the day before they allowed text emotes, I was trying to get a GG emote for like the longest time, and I had to like hide the G on as syrup on a waffle, and you had to put 2 next to each other. And I remember Hassan kept coming. Was it Hassan or
Horror?
Back in the day,
then it was horror.
He kept coming back to me like, you can't have any letters, you can't have any letters, you can't have any like words or letters. And then I finally got it past him. And then like 2 days later, they released like a POW emote, and they were like, oh, you could have text in all your emotes. And I was like, God damn it! Like all that work.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Well, we have questions today. Oh, do we have questions?
Email. Nice. Is there a way that people could send us emails?
I'm pretty
There
sure
is.
if they email at podcast@nerdfusion.tv, they can send us a.
What was that address?
I believe that was podcast@nerdfusion.tv.
So you're saying it's podcast@nerdfusion.tv.
No, I think it's podcast@nerdfusion.tv.
Nice.
Make sure that there's a 3 in Nerd Fusion.
Yes.
We have to keep
And
saying
make sure that the subject line has something about Sevidus.
You know
Honors.
what?
Mainly honors.
This time it's
things
a
that-
100%.
Things that he loves, you know, otters, orange
Space.
juice.
It was. I'm very proud that this time it
Vicodin.
was actually 100%. That had my name in it.
Sandals.
So we're good.
Vibrate.
BDSM.
Gimps.
Cock eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, just any of that.
Sevidus is supreme from Anonymous. So clearly this one would be chosen.
Is it anonymous, or do they have a name that we should bleep
This
out?
is Anonymous, and we're not having to bleep this time.
Oh my gosh,
because
that was amazing.
That was
And
definitely
he's
not
like,
amazing.
he sat in there for
Fucking
hours
hate it,
editing
man.
last week's
Damn.
episode and like
Some
sending out angry
I heard
tweets.
about this.
It was some
I just saw your
bullshit.
tweet about like how long it took to edit the episode. I was like, what happened? Like,
Well, first off, it was an hour and 45-minute episode, because we were making up for the previous week. We had a lot to talk about actually last week, and then I had to like find where I said his name first, and then it was just awful. Anyway. All right, so from Anonymous, Sevidus is Supreme. Hey guys, greetings from the UK. Hey. Good morning, Governor. That's the best UK.
Wow, that's so stereotypical.
Yeah.
Hello,
Okay,
Governor.
well, in the UK, they're the ones that go, hey, y'all, I'm American. I just peeked the hell out of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
when you
Hey,
do that,
y'all.
you're really high pitched.
But that's what they do. Like,
Yeah.
so, you know what? I can play ball. Oh, I just skipped the question. We're good. Been a big fan of you guys for a while now. My question to you is, do you plan to upload any future collaborative videos on Nerd Fusion's YouTube channel other than the podcast? Yes.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
all we can say about that.
Yes.
Yes,
That,
indeed.
like we have tremendous plans for completely taking over the world. It's just a slow rollout. So
Yeah, it takes time. It's
like
not something that we can
yeah.
just do
kind of
instantly.
easing into it though. It gets faster and faster.
Yes, but
the-
don't expect anything for a while.
Yes.
the YouTube channel will definitely have active content
Absolutely.
eventually, and people have asked a lot about a
the-
website as well. And yes, we will have a fully
Yeah.
featured website. It's just
We're getting into the groove of everything right now still.
Basically, I'm under the, when I do something, I do it fully and I do it well. And I think that's kind of our thing. Like, we're not just going to put out a shitty website, right? We're going to put out a website that is amazing from day one. I heard that.
How can you say that with a straight face?
I know.
People who have been listening to this podcast from the beginning have heard some of the most terrible production value ever.
No, I'm not talking about the podcast. The podcast.
You said what we do.
Yeah, what we do.
This podcast is like the first thing that we ever did.
The thing is that the podcast is continually getting better. Okay?
Sort of.
And this is also a mantra I adopted
after the tweets of the ghetto foam TV that we put on this table?
It sounded... Okay, I am popping the fuck out right now. It sounded amazing. That's all I have to say about that. I'm going to change my sensitivity.
As he pops the mic, he's like, we do it well and get it everything together.
We do it very fucking well. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Point is we do it well. Okay. Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Yep.
But yeah, all of that stuff will happen over time.
Yeah, over time. Do you think, okay, question number 2. Do you think Twitch could ever be a successful video website as well as streaming? Because the current VODs kind of suck.
Could it be?
I mean,
it could be, but will they ever go that way?
I do think it's possible. Personally, I don't want them... The amount of effort that it would take for them to focus on that to make that happen would be so large that I would rather have them spending that time on other things.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. Like, we already have a really good platform for on-demand stuff, YouTube, and we have a really good platform for live streams, and for me...
Not YouTube.
I think Twitch should spend that time doing better at live streams.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're all about.
Yeah, exactly. But that's just... I think that's what kind of we all.
I just think if people
some of us are beta testing the new playlist feature for Twitch.
Yeah.
So that's coming. I think
it's not really on demand though.
In my mind,
are getting more used that way. But
in my mind, if people are going to watch pre-recorded content, they're going to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Like that's just the mindset that viewers are going to have.
It just makes sense.
It does.
So yeah, okay. P.S. Don't know if I'm pushing it or not with 3 questions. Oh, that was 2.
Push it.
Yeah.
Push it.
You're not pushing it because that was only 2 questions. Also, hashtag fuck waffle. Well,
okay.
I actually had. Did you tell them?
They should have put that in the form of a
I actually had a fan at TwitchCon come up to me and give me a custom T-shirt they had printed with massive white letters, hashtag fuck waffle on it.
That's how
I saw that and I wanted it.
I had him sign it
That's
actually.
how much they love you.
And I have it. I'm gonna bring it to the office. I'm gonna wear it.
You clearly need to stream with that on.
Absolutely. I need to sell that. I mean, he's gonna jump the gun on it.
I've been known to make custom T-shirts for people for inside jokes.
Dude, I'm so surprised. He told me he was gonna make a T-shirt, and I was like, no one's gonna make a T-shirt. He actually made a T-shirt, and he wore it. Like he actually wore it one day at TwitchCon. He was walking around with a hashtag FuckWaffle T-shirt.
Nice. I'm all about that.
God,
that's amazing.
It's so hard to be on a panel and look out in the audience. You just see this massive, like, glowing orange fuck waffle.
Okay, so this one's also about Twitch. I figure we should,
All right.
Get all the Twitch questions together.
Okay.
From Evan.
You sure we're supposed to say Evan?
I am allowed to say the word Evan here.
Okay.
Subject: Sev is a freaking sexy babe.
Nice.
And Waffle is a mindless bowl of mix.
Mix?
What?
I think he likes your mixtape.
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah,
I just
what
dropped
it
it.
I'm not sure what that means.
You gotta pick it up.
Don't burn
Hi,
the
awesome
house
Nerd
down.
Fusion gang and Waffle Heart.
Thank you.
Get the little Waffle Heart.
See, I get a specific hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you. Hello, Evan. How are you?
Calm down.
Okay, sorry.
Your e-penis is hitting the table. My name is Evan. I really love all of your streams, and I'm a regular visitor. I love all of your streams so much that you've inspired me to want to start streaming on Twitch.
Woo.
Hey, mission accomplished.
Clap
Good
up.
job.
Yay.
I have recently built a computer that I know can handle it, but I don't know if I should wait because I'm 14. If you think I should, what are some main tips you have? Do you think I should wait, and when should I start? Thank you all so much, and grats, Pause. Well, Pause isn't with us today, but you should start literally tomorrow.
The way you phrase that sounds like he's dead.
Yeah.
Pause is no longer with us.
Pause is not with us today, I said. Today. Pause is
I
not
don't
with
think
us
there's an age that's too young to
today.
start.
No, start tomorrow.
No, well, there is.
as
13.
Launch through 13, which is the minimum Twitch.
That's just a legal thing.
That's
You
the
will
Twitch,
have to get-
The Twitch terms of service says 13.
Yeah.
You probably should check with your parents first just
Yeah,
to make sure.
that's a big one.
And other than that, man, there's no reason
Stream
not to.
tomorrow.
I mean, like I would caution you, like a lot of people, especially younger people that start streaming, will look up to their favorite casters who do this for a living and say to themselves, I'm going to cast, I'm going to make all sorts of money, and then I'm never going to have to go to school. And don't do that.
Yeah.
That's right. Like, let it be your hobby. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Just stream, have fun with it. And if it goes somewhere, then it goes somewhere. But
that being said, people also see you as you're vulnerable because of your age. You need to be able to protect yourself
you
from
will
that.
definitely get trolled about that.
Yeah,
like that's one of those things. Like when you're young like that, and people can tell that you're young just from your voice, and just whether or not you have a webcam, just hearing you talk, they'll be able to tell. You will get people insulting you about that. That's just the way that the internet works. So be prepared for it.
I mean, then again, we all get insulted literally every minute.
That's what I mean. Like
day.
that's why we have moderators, and that's
When did you guys
we're
start?
Adults.
What
you're
age?
a kid, it hurts a little more.
At what age did you guys start making content? For me, it was around 16. That's when I started YouTube for the first time.
I mean,
23.
I started making content for the internet the minute that I learned what the internet was, which was in 1993, and I was
22 years.
I was like 16.
Mine was radio, so it was 17.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, like 14's young.
But it's not like.
But it's not like
if it's
weird.
something you enjoy doing, it's just a hobby. I mean, go for it. You know?
And not every 14-year-old is the same as every other 14-year-old. He might be a little more mature.
I mean, he said he built a computer, right?
Yeah, that's pretty advanced for 14-year-olds.
Pretty good for 14-year-olds, so I'd say go for it.
And don't accept offers from weird men. That's it.
Yes.
Just have fun.
Like
never.
Honestly,
like if Dan comes up to you at a convention, just walk away.
You want some candy to the butt? Just say no.
That's another important tip that might not be obvious to younger streamers is be very, very careful about revealing personal details about yourself.
Yeah.
I would recommend not telling people what your real name is and not telling people where you live, that sort of stuff.
That's what I meant by vulnerable. Like people are gonna you won't know that at a younger age, like how bad that is.
Set your Facebook to private, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Wow, you just made him like piss himself. He's so scared now.
It's scary. It's scary.
I mean, yeah, you are publicly out there on the internet, so.
Like, have you all had someone find out who you are and then call you?
Oh,
or
yeah.
do something like that?
My phone number got out once, and I had 10,000 text messages and 1,000 phone calls in an hour.
Yeah.
I had to get my number changed.
I've been swatted twice.
Someone called my work before, complaining to my boss that I wasn't sick on the day I was homesick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Why did they call me 2 days ago? I don't understand. Like, why did they call me and tell me that? Like, what the fuck?
God, I hope someone gets the number and calls you. That would be great.
Anyway.
We should get a public Google Voice number so we can just see how many people call in.
We have Google Voice. it's not
like
public.
we should get a public number.
Yeah.
We should get a burner phone.
Yes.
I have thought about doing
whoever wants to answer it can just answer it.
I have seriously considered doing going to the store, buying a burner cell with prepaid, and taking it on cast and just taking calls.
All right, guys, here's the number. Go for it.
I've thought about
the
that.
things that could come through that earpiece.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, your past, you could not do
Dude,
that.
okay, so...
well, that's the main reason why I haven't.
The closest thing to this, Lyric actually did a sub-hotline once. I don't know if you guys ever watched that sub-hotline. He had a guy, like an older gentleman, call in while he was driving down the road because he was a truck driver. And he was like a dad. It was pretty obvious because all he was doing was like, I want you to make sure you're set up for the future. Like, do you have a 401k started? Do you have investment started? Do you have this? And Lyrics like basically sitting there like, yes, I have a 401k started. Yes, I have investment started. Yes, I'm saving money from each paycheck. And he's like, good son, because I just want you to be, well off in the future, not just well off now. It's like the funniest thing.
That's awesome.
God, and the best part is like he's honking and driving. You can hear him like accelerating in the background.
Yeah.
That's why I want to try something like that. I think it'd be fun. Let's see who calls in.
Well, we talked about, our thought of maybe doing a cross-country thing sometime.
Oh my God, getting an RV and stream from the RV. Yeah. Oh my God, we talked about like 3 years
we talked about that on the... Seven is giving me a look. We talked about that on the podcast already.
We should write a book and do a book tour.
And you were there.
Pretend it's fake.
So don't
Can
look
we do
at...
that?
Can we write a book and do a book tour?
That'd be amazing. A book tour.
I actually have plans for a book. I already have it written.
Nice.
You have the book written?
Yeah.
Nice.
What? You wrote a book?
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I just need to figure out the...
Is it like a novel or a children's
Are you serious?
book?
You wrote a book?
Yeah.
Children's book?
It's a children's book.
Did you illustrate it?
No, I don't have any of the.
Sev's eyes are like cha-ching, cha-ching. It's just like
No, I fully intend to make a Kickstarter for my book at some point. I just haven't got around
That
to
would be
like
awesome.
working on the project.
Like, why don't you tell me this shit? You just bring it up on the podcast like it's no big fucking deal.
And I would be happy to do a book tour for it. That'd be amazing.
it'll be fun.
This is from MKJ74. Sevenus is the best streamer ever.
I take it that was all caps.
It was. Just kidding.
It's
we
not
all
nice to lie.
Just kidding. We all know Dan is the best. Hey, I agree. I agree. Should not have said that.
That was epic.
I just wanted to get noticed, so please read this on the
That
podcast.
misdirect,
Thanks. Oh my
though.
god, that was all a title. Hello, Nerd Fusion. It is I, MKJ74 on Twitch, but I lurk, so you probably don't know me. And I am here to thank every one of you for everything you've done. I'm a 15-year-old girl in high school who doesn't have many friends, and I'm quite shy.
Been there.
Aw.
So school sucks pretty bad. The only thing I enjoy doing anymore is playing video games and watching all of your guys' streams. I can't even explain how much your streams... Is there a question here? I don't know. Maybe this is just to make us feel better. I can't even explain how much your streams have helped me and how happy you all make me. Before finding you guys, I was a sad, lonely, antisocial piece of shit.
Wow.
Wow.
That's some strong words.
Good
Damn.
lord. It's like what I say to myself.
Yeah.
That's what I
God.
say at night and when I'm going to sleep.
And now after a year of watching you all, I am happy. Oh, I'm a happy, lonely, antisocial piece of shit. Well, that's not true.
I like their sense of humor.
I don't want this to drag on, so I'll end here by saying thank you for keeping me sane so I don't kill a bitch. And of course, hashtag fuck
I like the
Waffle.
term shank a bitch more than kill a bitch. Oh, did they say fuck waffle?
Yeah,
I
hashtag
love,
fuck
I love you
waffle.
too, M2K, whatever. the
P.S.
name
Sev,
is.
I at you on Twitter a lot, and I promise I don't stalk you. Hashtag Kappa.
Oh, okay. So actual stalking then.
That's...
Wait, was there a question in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just decided to include
That
that.
was
as
very
a
nice.
boost
I
of
think
confidence.
Sometimes it's nice to
like,
hear
I think
stuff like
all
that.
of us
We get stuff like that all the
all of
time,
us get messages like that.
and I just wanted one of those to come through.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you read that.
So thanks,
It
MKJ.
really, it's still as long as I've been doing this, it's still hard for me to get my head around the notion that I can just be relaxing, having fun, playing a video game, and at the same time help people deal with serious problems in their life.
Yeah.
It's a strange concept, but it's real, and
It's awesome.
Twitch is an amazing way for a lot of people to deal with crap, you know, and especially social anxiety stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of casters started streaming as a way to challenge themselves with social anxiety, and a lot of people in chat rooms use that as kind of a safe way to.
It's weird though. A lot of streamers can still get stuck in social anxiety because even though you surround yourself with thousands of online people, you kind
It's
of
not really real.
you isolate
Yeah.
yourself from real life.
Right.
Like for almost all of college I streamed, I didn't make a single friend in college. So when I'm done with college, I have no friends like in real life, and almost all of them are online. So it's a weird experience because like you seem so popular, but at the same time, sometimes you just want to go out to dinner with a friend and you don't have that, and it gets to a lot of content developers too, which sucks.
It's very common for a lot of streamers to stay inside for weeks on end and never get out and get
We
depressed.
don't do that anymore.
Yep.
Yay, working in an office.
It's nice being able to like do
See
stuff.
people?
Yeah, it's different.
It's
Like I can physically, like last year. Oh my God! Think about this. Last year at this time, we're October. Yeah, all of this was just hype for us, right? And we were really because we knew this was happening, and it was just like super exciting.
Yeah.
You know
And we
why?
would stay up like almost every night, late into the night, just talking about how awesome it's going to be.
Yeah.
And-
pretty sure that last horror month, Dan had already started dropping hints to his stream.
You know
saying
why?
things
We were
like,
getting ready to release.
There's something big happening. I can't.
We were
going to
release January 1st. That was the
that was-
target
That
date.
was the goal. and that
So
was-
we
So we
already
had legal
we
issues.
had so much legal stuff already in process for everything that we thought that like we were almost close to December and everything that like we were ready to go.
We just wanted to delay it a little bit because we knew that we weren't going to be able to move till about summerish,
Yeah,
and so.
Yeah.
that was just like the best time for us.
I
to
remember
move
dropping
anyways.
hints last horror month, next horror month to be a little different.
Yeah,
Oh, think of how like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed we were.
Yeah.
Although it's weird to think like last year we never expected it would be. For me at least, this good. Like
Yeah,
this-
I was just going to say that. You know, like I had all sorts of visions in my mind about how this would go down, it has been better. It's exceeded my expectations. It's been better than I hoped. And things have progressed faster than I thought they would. And it seems, I keep feeling like it's speeding up still. Like
That's
it's
for sure.
still accelerating. And it's exciting. It's really exciting. Waffle is like...
Waffle
I just took my phone out to
This
type a
is
message to
fun.
Sev so I could like tell him that it's 55 minutes in and we need to think about 5 minutes left. Apparently I wrote myself a message last night and I don't want to read it out loud and I don't remember writing this.
You wrote yourself a message? Okay, Bacon, you read it out loud. Bacon, you read it out loud.
Can I read this?
Yes,
read it?
I don't care what he says. But read it out loud.
Let's see. October 18th, 2015, 7:44 a.m. New list of things not to go. Weed.
Is that all it says? Is that all it says?
I meant to
on 2 lines. New list of things not to go. Period. And
I think I meant do.
And then an empty line, and then weed.
I'm gonna take a wild guess of what you were doing last night.
I may have
Well, it's legal here.
I may have tried edibles last night and I may have taken it way too long.
So much you're just like, no, don't do this ever again.
Ever again.
When you came in this
hysterical.
morning, you're like, oh, fuck this.
Yeah. It's still really weird for me because I grew up in an area where like pretty much everybody smoked weed, but it was very illegal. Like that was not okay, and everybody had to hide it and whatever. And
Can't believe I wrote myself.
I never really got into it. Here, it's legal, and you can just see people smoking it, and it isn't a big deal.
Yeah,
and I can't get used to that. It just doesn't compute in my head.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, like, I feel like, so there's 2 states where it's pretty big right now, right? Colorado and here.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Colorado, it's much more of like, yeah, we can do it. They parade it around more. Here, it's just like, whatever. You just go down to the shop, you buy it. It's whatever. It's not like it's a massive integrated pep rally of society.
Yeah. There's not a huge like weed party happening.
Yeah,
every
no,
day.
it's just if you want to
It's
do it.
legal here, and like surprisingly, nothing's that different. No one's like going into
And
rages.
the state is
drugs
making
aren't
a
under
shitload
control.
of money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There isn't like a big spike in other drugs, like
That tax
No,
money,
it's
yeah.
good.
just
They made a lot of money off that. All right, so I have a story here. This is to get into our relationship section.
Oh yeah.
okay.
All right.
All right.
Oh wait, before you start that, I had a thought that, and Dan's gonna like this. See, Dan and I still know the name of the person that we weren't supposed to say last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if Dan and I were to just start saying that name, then suddenly Sevadus would have to
Here's
edit
the thing. I
this
can't
episode.
edit it tonight because I have to do all the Destiny and the others.
That would be a grievous error.
So,
error
basically-
if we did that.
I will
today.
give this to you. You were going to edit it. No, I'm serious. I do not have time to edit this podcast. So it's on you. Thank God. I don't have to do this tonight. I am handing this off to Dan. I don't have time. Hey guys. Oh, from Anonymous.
Okay.
Anonymous. Subject, Sev's one-eyed monster.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Always good.
That's a very long subject.
All right, so here we go. Hey guys, long-time listener, great cast, fantastic bunch of guys you've got here. All right. Now, I've got to read this kind of slowly, and we got to, okay, just try to digest what I'm going to say.
All right.
So, I was about to walk into the bar to meet up with my girl. I took a gander through the window and saw some pimply-faced motherfucker hitting on my woman. He was cuckolding me.
What was that look?
Suddenly, I remember a fortune cookie I opened the other day saying, "You will experience a cuckolding." I always assumed I would be the cuckolder, but now I realized I was the cuckoldee.
It's freaking fortune cookie.
Since I had just
Since
finished
when did fortune cookies talk about cuckolding?
Since I had just finished watching an episode of The Real Housewives of Saskatoon, I pulled a polygon and came to a conclusion with a little knowledge of the entire situation. She was using me for my stacks on stacks on stacks, and never even cared about me or my gamer score.
Are these rap lyrics?
As I was watching,
Is this real life?
as I was
never
watching,
even cared about my gamer score.
as I was watching, he kept giving her drinks, talking to her nonstop, and even laughing at all of her shit-ass dick jokes. And her jokes are the worst.
Okay, so
Wait, I'm not done. We're going to finish this. And her jokes are the worst. They would probably make Joan Rivers roll over in whichever grave they found that wouldn't decompose when all her Botox leaked out. An hour later, I see this Pee Wee Herman looking ass motherfucker leave the bar alone. As I was following him and trying to decide between confronting him with, "You fucking asshole," and "How could you do me like that, bro?" he suddenly turned around and saw me. Surprise! I blurted out, "Do me in the fucking asshole, bro!"
I was lost about 2 minutes ago.
Not wanting to know whether or not he would accept my accidental proposition for anal play, I stabbed him and stole his basketball shoes and wallet. Turns out he was just a waiter. That wasn't my girlfriend, and it was an Applebee's. The question for the cast is,
What the fuck?
how the fuck can he afford the new LeBron 11s on a waiter's salary? Because dem LeBron slime had on was illy dough. I've been trying to get a pair of them hoes as a palpagus.
How expensive are
Much love, Anonymous.
Anonymous?
Wow.
Anonymous.
Okay.
Wow. How expensive are
So,
those shoes?
do we have a response to this?
Yeah, how expensive are the shoes?
LeBron 11s?
Yeah.
Are those even shoes?
Can you repeat the actual question?
How can he afford the
How
shoes?
the fuck can he afford the new LeBron 11s on a waiter's salary?
Maybe
Because
he's-
Dem
Okay.
Bron slime
I'm
had was
Googling this
illy
right
though.
now.
LeBron
I've been trying to
11s.
get a pair of Dem hoes.
Yeah.
Asphalt. This isn't even a word. As a
Open up my-
palapagus.
I opened up Chrome on my phone, and the tab that I had open was the HD Kappa photo.
Look up how expensive LeBron 11s are.
That's
what I'm
not a
doing.
shoe.
If it's not?
Yeah, it is.
This whole thing I thought was fake.
No, it's about
I'm sure it's fake. I mean, I don't believe a word the guy just said, but his question was, how can a waiter afford new LeBron 11s on a waiter's
let's
salary?
try,
I'm
gonna
trying.
search-
All right, search
expensive.
for LeBron 11s.
How the crap do you spell
LEBRON.
11.
That's not a thing.
It's gotta be.
Price.
There it is.
Price.
$85.
Okay. You can probably make that
Okay.
in like a week. Like
Yeah.
extra
Make
money.
that a night
like
if you show off your tits.
yeah, but I mean like for extra money you put away every month.
Those would not like chroma key like crazy. They're so.
Those are ugly as
so
I mean,
green.
no offense to whoever wants LeBron.
Nike LeBron
11s.
11 T-Rex basketball shoes retail at $85.32.
I mean, it's not like waiters get paid nothing. To answer his question.
I am positive that a waiter could afford $80 shoes if that was their priority in life.
I agree.
So that's how. Tips. Maybe you need to be better at your waiting job, Mr. Anonymous.
Well, I mean, it was the waiter that had the LeBrons. He stabbed him and stole his shoes.
Oh,
he's
so I guess he
wondering how
has
much
some
the
now,
waiter-
so
yeah,
he's... Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, we have another question here.
Okay.
Waffle's giving me the signal like, hey, I want to stop doing this.
I'm gonna go home and sleep because I got 2 hours of sleep last night. Then I stayed
Okay.
up thinking the fucking walls were moving.
Well, don't go weed, okay?
Well, apparently.
Yeah, don't go weed, bro.
And it's from Anonymous, high school love and all that.
Okay.
Here we go. Sev.
Hello, Anonymous High School Love and all that.
Okay, the subject. Sev, you're the best streamer on Twitch. The subject line is legit, not an attention-grabbing one. Notice me. He said it was legit.
Okay.
So thank you,
it's-
Anonymous.
And he said it on the internet, so it had
Which
to be
is
true.
absolutely true. I need some advice from the experts. Oh, geez.
Came to the right place.
Background info. I'm a straight guy. She's a straight, I assume, girl.
Well, that's a great start. That's a great start.
We're both in band. Uh-oh.
Okay.
And we're both,
Everyone's straight and band.
Common interests.
and we're both freshmen. Okay.
Okay.
Story time. So me and this hoe... No, okay.
Got some LeBron 11s on.
Yeah. So me and this girl are in band and also the same science class.
Ooh.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
Like a little nerd love.
Nerd love. Hi.
We first really started talking in science class because random seating chart is bae.
Dude, I remember that. Like, you remember, like, in high school when they still did seating charts, if your class did, like, getting sat next to the cute girl you never have a chance with, but that gave you a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Best
Well,
day
apparently
ever.
that's what happened here.
It's
But I got moved to another seat last week because we talked too much and disrupted the class.
Awesome.
Fuck that up.
Time and
Last
place.
Saturday, we went to a band competition, and after we performed our final show, I used to do these marching band competitions because I did that.
What instrument did you play?
I played the mellophone.
What?
The hell is that?
Mellophone?
Which is a marching French horn.
Huh.
So during concert band season, I played trumpet, and during marching band season, I converted over to the mellophone, which is a marching French horn.
Okay.
Which uses the same notes as a trumpet, so it's easy.
Neat.
Okay. The more you know.
The more you know. Now you know.
I want a wiki of Sev's weird
right?
nuances.
Dude, okay.
I mean, I played tuba and trombone and all
Okay,
too, but
we're going to talk about a little tidbit that I learned about Sevidus, but I'll wait till after this email.
I want to know now. Tell me now.
He just told me and Dan like 2 days ago that he has a third degree that he's college degree that he's never told us about.
He has 3 majors.
He's a freaking weatherman.
He's a meteorologist.
Sevidus has a degree in meteorology.
I thought you knew that.
No, that was new information.
I did not know that was new information.
You have
like,
you major in meteorology.
So
you are a legit doctor
Here's the reason.
in astrophysics.
No. Here's the reason I have the meteorology thing. Because my in-state tuition was for Virginia. But if I wanted to go to the University of Maryland, I had to major in something that Virginia did not have. Because they have a program where if they don't offer the major, they'll pay the out-of-state portion of the tuition. So I could go to the University of Maryland and pay in-state tuition there as long as I had a degree in meteorology as part of it. Now, I also did want the degree in meteorology. I actually went to school for meteorology. Like, that was my thing that I wanted to do.
Wow.
So you have a degree in meteorology.
Sevidus
You have a PhD in astrophysics.
Physics and math.
And then you have a degree in
Business.
what?
Physics and math. I don't have a business degree.
You have a
I
degree
took
in
business
math.
classes. But
Okay.
and I...
Do you have a third degree or?
The third degree is math, right?
Yeah, physics, math, and meteorology.
Oh, I see. All right.
Is there specific math?
So you're saying undergrad in physics and math,
And meteorology.
and undergrad in meteorology, and then PhD.
So they...
in astrophysics.
They...
Okay.
Yeah, that was how I could get the state tuition. Now, it turns out that I wanted to be a meteorologist since I was like in 2nd grade or something.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
told me like you used to be the weatherman in 4th grade.
In 4th grade, I had an awesome teacher named Mrs. Brown who allowed me... So I would wake up early every morning and go onto weather.com, which was not full of ads back then. And my dad had printed out from work, he had printed out overhead slides, overhead projector sheets with maps of the United States on it. And I had 5 of them. 5 maps of the US. And every morning I'd wake up, I'd clean off yesterday's, and I'd sit in front of the computer and I would draw all the fronts and everything, and the high pressure systems, and the rain, the precipitation, the temperature map. I drew it out, and then every morning to start the class, every single morning, I spent 5 minutes in front of the entire class telling them what the weather was like across the country. I was fucking Al Roker in 4th grade.
So you were performing in front of a crowd in fourth regularly.
Grade.
You had a standing gig.
I had a daily gig
standing gig in front of a crowd in 4th grade.
And because they're 4th graders, they paid attention. Like, they were actually a fantastic audience because they didn't get bored.
Fantastic audience.
Right? Because I was a 4th grader, they were a 4th grader, they're first thing in the morning, you know. It actually worked out really well. And I did not get made fun of for it, surprisingly.
In 4th grade, I got to be the security people in the hallway.
I did it in 6th grade.
That was pretty cool.
Safety patrol, did you call it?
Safety patrol.
Yeah,
pretty cool stuff.
Patrol. I did it
In 4th grade, people were chasing me home and throwing rocks at me as I ran.
Wow.
That was
well, if you had a
for me.
safety patrol around.
Yeah, if you had a stop sign that you could check back at them, no problem.
Yeah.
That did
I
not
remember
exist.
safety patrol. I always got
That did
stuck
not
at the
exist.
posts that were furthest away from school and stuff.
This was 4th grade for me was long before the school system gave 2 craps about bullying. Now it's like
Now it's
they actually pay attention to this.
Okay, can we get to the story? Okay, we're
Sure.
okay,
I tried to wait until after this
No, it's
email,
okay.
but
Okay, so
go ahead, weatherman.
Yes. Last Saturday we went to a band competition, and after we performed our final show, we started talking, and then went into the stands. And I sat behind her because she wanted to use my legs as a backrest.
Okay.
I let her drink my soda because none of the band kids give a crap about diseases. Oh, God.
Wow. Jeez. So she's okay with your diseases? Is that
She's willing to lick your spit. Oh, God. Later, she said she was hungry but didn't have any money, so I offered to buy her something from the concessions. Then she said she'd pay me back on Monday, but if she does, I'll just tell her to keep it. Oh, that's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we talked for a long while. Oh, wait.
Did he say how old he is?
Freshman.
That's right.
I
that's
read
right.
this properly. Let me read it the way he said.
Okay.
We talked for a while, and then in parentheses he says, fucking English, I swear. Okay?
That's my life.
A band was performing, then went back
We talked for a while a band was performing.
Oh, comma. That's all I needed. Okay. We talked for a while. We talked for a while a band was performing, then went back into the stands and stuff happened.
Stuff.
Oh.
And it ended up that I was giving her a back, neck, and shoulder massage.
Oh, that's not stuff. I thought I was expecting more.
They're
than
not fucking in the stands.
Well, that's what I thought stuff meant.
I mean, yeah.
After we got the results, 7th place, yay.
The results?
The pregnancy test came back positive.
Not pregnant. We're
Seven-
good.
You are the father.
7th place, yay. We went back to the bus. Can we just talk about this for a second? When I was in high school, so I had 2 band directors. I had my first band director, Mr. Elliott, was fucking awesome. He was the coolest band director, and he realized people were in band for fun, right?
Okay.
Not to win competitions. We would go to the competitions, and we would do like 7th place and all that stuff, and we'd just be happy to be there and performing. And then my junior and senior year, we had a new band director, and he was the military style. Like, if you don't win, you're not having fun. And so, like, if we got 7th place, oh, fuck, we would have been killed. Like, I don't even know what would have happened.
There's an anime about this called Sound Euphonium.
Shut up.
Oh.
You and your anime.
It's a really good anime, actually. But it basically is about, like, being in band, and it's like the teacher gave them the option. We could do it for fun, or we could do it for, like, the competition.
And what did they choose? Competition.
They wanted the
obviously.
competition.
Yeah, that's the only way to make an anime.
They want to be
Okay,
their
anyways,
best.
after we got the results, we went back to the buses, and we were talking and laughing the whole way, and I knew that I had feelings for her.
I didn't sneeze.
He says
Now-
that as if that had just occurred to him.
Now-
I don't buy that for a second.
What should I do? Thanks, Anonymous.
What?
That's it. That's where he ends it.
How? I don't. What's the problem?
I feel like
don't,
I feel like the problem is he's never been in this situation before where he's had feelings for a girl like this. So step 1, what the fuck do I do? New territory. He's a freshman in high school. It's his first person that he's really making a connection
the feelings
with.
are pulling him towards her, right?
What does he
well,
do?
I mean,
Follow them.
It sounds to me like she's into him. I don't
I
see
agree.
any problem.
Yeah.
Just
I don't see any problem, but he just wants to like advice as to how do you start a relationship? What do you do? How do you
Talk.
start?
I mean, mainly just starts talking. Like, just talk more, get her phone number, text her. I mean, assume he's doing all that already and everything.
I would assume.
But, like, just keep talking and, like, get closer, and eventually it's natural, I feel.
yeah.
Take her, go to movies.
Go out to dinner and stuff.
Netflix, don't Netflix and chill.
No, Netflix and... Well, okay, you don't have
Just
to...
Netflix, maybe.
Just watching a movie... Like, watching a movie at her house or something is actually, like, that's
Yeah, that's fine.
That's cool and stuff. Like
I am a big fan.
I think you're in a good situation here, dude.
just
I mean, yeah, like the conflicts in these sorts of situations usually come in when you're not sure if they feel the same way. I think it's pretty clear. Pretty
or
clear.
you don't want to go too fast or too slow. That's like it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, there's another thing where
You
he's
don't
also
have
he
to-
might be worrying. Okay, if I like her, what if I go too fast and then she freaks out?
there's also what if I go too slow and wait too long
Slow,
and then she
gets
moves on
somebody else. Yeah.
because like she might if you wait too long she might consider you as a friend and go find someone else.
So what do you do? Do you just? I would say ask her out.
I would say ask her out.
I would say straight up make her your girlfriend.
yeah.
That's what I would say.
You can date without being boyfriend girlfriend.
You can,
Maybe.
but then that leaves it open.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
maybe be smart to ask her on like more formal date, like just you and her going to get dinner or something.
Go get dinner. and
Don't
say,
go to a movie because then you can't talk at all. Go to dinner, go ice skating, or or something.
Unfortunately, have your mom take you to dinner.
Yeah, I mean,
For
That's
me,
normal, whatever.
looking back on that time period of my life, I wish that I had the stones to be more direct. And I'm not saying necessarily that's what he should do. Like, he can make his own call there. But I wish that I would have been more forward about just saying things like, you know what, I'm really into you. Should we make this official? Is that where you're at? If not, cool, we can just keep doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like conversations like that. I wish I had done more of that. I always just never had that conversation. I would just keep doing whatever we were doing.
and I'm like 20-something. I still have problems with that.
wait for them to knock me over the head with, "Are you going to ask me out or what?" That's what I always do.
I say go for it. And the thing is, the great thing is that you're a fucking freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it doesn't work out, Shit. You're a
four,
freshman.
You got 4 years.
Yeah.
You got 4 years of high school, and then everything past that. Like, you're good. You're golden. I say go for it. There's no reason not to just go for it.
There's no need to, like, scare her off with firm commitment either.
No, just, oh, bless you.
Oh, that one stuck up on
I
me.
just say, go for it. Ask her to dinner and see where she's at.
Propose to her. Ask her to be your wife.
Duh.
Tell her how many kids you want, and
And when you want them, tomorrow.
Yeah, tell her you've already named your children.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Bad advice from
Don't
Dan.
do that.
That's a great idea for a podcast. Dan's bad advice.
Dad's bad.
Yeah, where people call in
just
for
full of-
advice, and I just give them the absolute worst
It's full of
possible.
horrible advice.
Yeah, we have to have more segments for our podcast like that we'll just bring on randomly.
You know what? We could probably do that from our YouTube comments, because I've not really looked at them, but I bet they're terrible.
They're actually pretty fucking good.
Really?
By the way, thanks everybody for leaving amazing comments on YouTube and stuff like
Really?
that. They're really good.
Our YouTube
And
comments
really-
aren't
They are
terrible?
not terrible.
We also have
serious?
like amazing reviews on iTunes.
on iTunes.
Are
yeah,
we
thanks
bre-
let's
Are
all
we
say
breaking
thank
the
you.
internet right
No,
now? It
let's
seems
just say,
like
we want to say thank you
Yeah.
for being awesome fans, because honestly, it is what drives us to do more of this.
Always.
And so
I feel like
thank you
we're
guys so
breaking
much.
rules of the internet somehow by
We are.
not having like cancerous, awful toxic.
We're very appreciative of our fans. Okay, last one. This one's a doozy. That was the easy relationship.
Okay, all right, I'm
Okay,
ready.
this one's the tough one.
Hit me with it, Weatherman.
This is from Colin with 2 L's.
Hi, Colin.
I need help from Sexy Sev and the Nerd Crew and Waffle, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Hello, Waffle and Company. See how confusing they get?
Yeah.
Right.
They love you, but
They knock
hate
you down
but
and they pick you up. They do that to all of us. Right?
I feel like I feel
he
special
gets knocked down, but he gets up again.
Yeah.
to get knocked down.
They're
again.
never going to keep him down.
No. Chumbawamba is great. Do they still exist? I mean, obviously still
no
exist.
idea.
Okay. Hello, Waffle and Company. I am a female, but can you refer to me as Colin? Yes, Colin, we can.
Okay.
So Colin the lady.
Okay.
Okay.
We're calling her Colin.
3 months ago, I ended a 4-year relationship. Woo, lordy.
That's wow.
Damn.
Due to my boyfriend cheating on me multiple times. You know what? Good for you.
Yeah. Someone that will cheat on
Good
you
for you.
will always cheat on you.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
I have started my 2nd academic year in university. Whoa. Back it up.
Does that mean...
I've just started my 2nd academic year in university. So you were going out with this guy since you were at least
halfway through high
17.
school.
junior
High
in
school.
17, 18,
Yeah.
19, 20. Yeah, probably.
So you would have been a junior in high school at the latest.
Yeah.
So sophomore or junior in high school.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty typical,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
of
it does.
high
Yep.
school romance. I started my 2nd and I'll also venture to guess he goes to a different university. Just guess.
I was going to ask that.
Just guessing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but I'm just guessing. Okay. And a boy in my class told me last year that although we weren't speaking daily, he was watching me to make sure I was okay and offering to work with me for presentations as I have extreme social anxiety. So last year, she met a guy. She was still dating her boyfriend, but she met a guy who was offering to help because he knew that she had anxiety problems and he was being a nice guy.
Right.
Since I broke up with my boyfriend, the boy in my class has been my main support system. And he has offered me to stay at his house or to go over there to watch films.
Okay.
Just
All right.
sleep over kind
If
of
you're
a thing.
if you don't want to be alone, you can crash at my place, kind of thing.
All right.
Yep.
I can see that.
Do you think he likes me as a close friend or as something more?
Yes.
I would have no trouble in taking a chance on dating him. Well, you're done. That's easy. Okay,
Yeah.
then it's easy from here. If you had been like, actually, I don't want to date him, that's when it gets tough.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have no trouble in dating him, but on September 17th, I had twins. Whoa!
Wait a minute. Jesus. Oh,
Okay.
God.
Sorry about the
Okay.
clipping there.
That kind
That
of...
is a huge difference.
That threw a wrench
That
in things.
just got
That is
really
a
complicated.
major detail to know.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Wait,
All right.
so when...
You had kids with this
Oh
guy?
my god.
recap the timeline.
we need to scoot back.
So how pregnant
we need
was
to back this
was she
truck up a
pregnant?
second.
She got pregnant with the 4-year boyfriend.
On
Yeah,
September
probably.
17th, she had twins. So that means that oh my God, New Year's Day.
I'm gonna bet
New Year's Eve,
I'm
they're
gonna
fucking,
bet that's why they broke up.
right. New Year's or whatever, they're fucking. So this guy, Oh, God. Okay, let me just read the rest of this and let's dissect this, okay? But on September 17th, I had twins. First off, congratulations on having twins.
Yes. I hope that's something that you're happy about.
Yes.
I assume, like,
It's not always a joyous thing, but
with my ex, and I want to focus on being the best mother I can be. Okay, you're happy about the twins, congratulations.
Yes.
And if you want to be a great mother, you're going to be a great mother. But other classmates are telling me to tell him that I like him. I am so confused about what to do. I'm wary of relationships from my ex, and I have a huge, massive life change. But I still like my classmate. What do I do?
okay.
How long ago did she break up again?
3 months.
All right.
I'm gonna assume that
I'm gonna
the
back out
guy,
of this question.
Wow, that is
I'm
a
gonna
tangled web. Of,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm gonna-
understand
yeah.
why she's confused.
I'm gonna go on the assumption that the new guy that she's talking about, knows all about the kids.
Let's do
Yeah.
both.
Knows,
I'm going to
the
say he must have at
sounds-
least noticed.
It sounds like they've talked a lot. He's
Yeah,
helped
he's
her
support.
and knows
She
about.
kind of
it.
has to be careful because she just got out of a really long relationship.
Long
And
relationship.
she's still in rebound range, where if you jump into a rebound relationship, it's not good for her.
She's
either
in
person.
rebound, but she knew this guy very well before she broke up for a
which helps.
long period of time.
Okay, so guys, when looking at potential women that they want to date, right? Like one of the things that you do is you look for red flags, right? So because everybody puts on the presentable face, and you look for things that stick out, like, oh, there's some crazy in there, I don't want to touch that, right? So she's coming out of a long-term relationship. That can be a red flag for people. She just had children. That can be a red flag for people. She has social anxiety. That can be a red flag for people. And usually people, in my experience, people that have social anxieties often will deal with things like panic attacks and other like things that can cause things that people that don't understand those sorts of issues label as crazy and becomes a red flag. If he knows all of that stuff about you and he is still saying things like, why don't you come to my house and watch a movie?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
That means that he's into you.
If he is being that
Because
supportive still after
he
all
would
that
have
shit.
He would have run the other direction if that was not stuff that he was going to be okay with.
And the fact is, there are plenty, I think a lot of people are just scared that they're in a unique situation and they don't think anybody else is going to sympathize with that or want to be a part of that. And that's just not true, right?
Yeah.
There are plenty of guys, including probably this guy, who you know very well, who's supported you in the past, who is still supporting you, who has no problems with these things, right? These are just part of who you are, and that's
They like who you are.
okay. Yeah, they like you.
Yeah, my advice would be, if it's something that you think would be healthy for you, pursue the relationship and take it slow and tell him that, right?
Yeah,
Tell him I'm interested in progressing our relationship, but you need to know that I'm going to be slow and careful. We're not going to get way committed, and I'm going to take my time, and I'm probably going to freak out sometimes and have to back off a little bit, and you need to be okay with that.
So her question is, does he like her?
I think so.
I think so.
I think he would have, those red flags would have ran him off the other direction if otherwise.
And if he's been helping you through your social anxiety and stuff like that, this topic of, do you like me as a close friend, or do you think there's something more there? That's fucking easy.
Yeah,
Right?
I completely agree. Like
ask him.
if you're able to open up about those sorts of like terrifying things, the likelihood of you being able to have a mature conversation about this topic is pretty good. in my
He
opinion.
seems like a go-getter.
If she wants a really good test, next time he asks her to come over, she should be like, "Can I bring my twins with me?"
I mean, obviously the answer has to be yes, or else
Yes,
she can't.
because otherwise he's maybe just looking for sex or.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like,
that's a good point.
God, I honestly don't know of a single guy that has that much fucking patience. Like, if all they want is sex, they are not going to go through like extreme social anxiety and helping you out with your presentations and all this shit.
Unless he's a person that doesn't get a lot of sex and he's
Maybe.
looking for it
I don't
in any way
know.
he can.
I feel like she has a decent guy here.
Yeah, I think so too. But you can never,
She should
underestimate the sleaziness of a man.
That's true.
You never
That's a
know.
good point.
You never know.
That's a good point. But I mean, yeah, like rebound relationships are definitely something to be very careful about.
Mm-hmm.
I would highly recommend taking it slow.
And I think obviously she's going to make her first priority her kids, and as long as he knows that, then that's good. I think they're fine. Boy, that was a wrench.
Yeah.
Easy.
Boom.
Yeah.
What the
And Waffle's
fuck?
like, I'm out.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have. I'm not.
It's funny, we were just talking about social anxiety earlier in the podcast
Yeah.
too, and the World Mental Health Day was like a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's a PS here.
Oh.
P.S. I'm sitting my university classes a week after having twins, as the course administrator said that if I didn't attend this year from the first day, I'd have to resit the whole course next academic year.
That sounds illegal.
It does. Somehow.
Seems like that they ought to be able to accommodate.
It's weird. Yeah, usually, like, when I taught, I was very accommodating of things like this. It's difficult, though. It's not easy. And most of the time I noticed, like, the one person that I had experienced who did this, they ended up dropping out for a semester because that's what made the most sense. That's what made the most sense to them. But yeah, God, he's a dick. He should try to be more accommodating. I mean, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. But yeah, I say you talk to him like, you know, you've been talking about social anxiety. You've been talking to him about serious stuff.
Yeah.
And this is just another one of those. And this is actually, I think, for me, it's an easier conversation than that. Mm-hmm. It's just like, hey, I like you. You know, do you like me with the baggage?
Yeah.
And I bet he says yes. And then you go from there. Okay. We'll call that a podcast.
Nice.
It's going to be a long one.
Yeah, it's a good podcast.
Thanks for listening.
And
Thank you.
Good one. Thank you, everybody, for listening. If you still need to, you can subscribe to the podcast and get the feed over at n3f.tv/podcast. It's also on iTunes if you search it up there. Thank you, and hello to everybody watching over there. We still post these on our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/N3RDFUSION. And be sure to tune in for the rest of Horror Month. For Dan's Horror Month, got a couple weeks left. Twitch.tv/Dan's Gaming for 24/7 horror-themed stuff. And I think that's all we got. We'll see you next week for episode 27.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Bye, guys.
28 is next week.
What? No, this is 26.
That's 27.
27.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's 27.
I may have said it wrong.
No, you didn't. You got it right.
Got it right.
Really?
Yeah, you got it right.
Wow, that memory, though. That short-term memory. All right, bye, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
I'm waving even though you can't see me.